there was something that I was singing. I was singing. I think it was like in the shower. I was singing in the shower.
Was it Bam Bam into my fetch?
No, not at all. And just so you know, that's not a song.
It's not a song.
And
but it comes from Katna.
Yeah, it comes from like somebody. Like that's an inside joke. That's not something that like she just like made up all of a sudden. Just so you know. Hey guys.
So what were you singing this morning?
I was trying to think. I was thinking about like the countdown, like how we get the countdown.
Hey Dana.
And hey Dana, I was thinking about the countdown and how like the songs that I don't know. I don't remember. But hey,
hi, you guys. Hey, Kimberly.
Hey,
girl, I saw your question. So between Instagram and Facebook, we did a little heyo on questions on Facebook.
Yeah, we searched through the questions to make sure that we had everything. Because some of your questions, guys, are so awesome.
So good.
They're so good.
Hey, Teresa.
So good. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, and they challenge us, and we
love
that.
Love it.
Like so
hard.
So hard. So
big, so hard to the moon and back. We should just jump right in. Unless there's something like crazy that you want to talk about that happened today. That's like,
no, but
I don't know how you're in shorts right now. I'm so cold.
Are you?
Girl.
It is not even cold.
Last night was like, Tabitha's back.
Hey, Tabitha.
Hey. Oh, I'm so happy. You. Hi, Terry.
Stalkerish. Don't feel stalkerish at all. We asked you to come back. You were invited. Please. Be here. We love it when you are. Here's one thing that I forgot to tell you. I was going to tell you earlier today.
Duplo.
But I was. Do you guys ever have those times where you're like, where it's just a beautiful day and you're like happy and you're like doing stuff, and then all of a sudden like the things come to mind that like happened earlier or like prior or whatever, and you just start prior. I'm gonna cut you. And you just start laughing your ass off, like it's just hilarious, like just because. Right? Today I had that like 3 times. I could not stop laughing about
what?
Remember this weekend? So this weekend was really windy, and this is so small, like it's not even funny, guys. But if you can picture it, then it is actually funny. So we were driving out. We were going somewhere.
But a picture is something that you can put stuff in, and you can, like you could have a whole picture of wine, or you could picture something. I'm sorry, you were picturing.
Because it's so funny. Anyway, so we were driving out of our garage, pulling out of our garage. I was driving, and the wind had blown everywhere. And I look in our what do you call it, reverse cam or whatever?
Yeah, we have a reverse cam on our new Juke. Yeah,
and it was like I was looking in the reverse cam. I forget it's there. And I see this like big piece of brown something, and I thought it was a cat, right? Because it was just like sitting there, and I was like, uh-oh, and I like slammed on the brakes. Now this is all in one motion, but so her window's down, the sunroof is open, and I just laughed so hard today. I peed myself once. It was like so funny. I don't know why, but I'm like, I put it in reverse. I'm driving. I see that I'm driving out slowly, and I see this thing. I slam on the brakes, and I go to look out the window, but my window wasn't open, so I go like, boom.
It was awesome.
I just totally hit my head up against, like I was looking out the window, but I totally hit my head on the.
It wasn't a cat. Hilarious. It was not a cat. It was a pom.
Yeah, like it wasn't a cat. I think you just made that up.
Maybe I did.
But it was hilarious, and I was thinking about
so we had to sit there for like another 10 minutes
and then,
until we regained our composure.
As I was thinking about that, I thought about the funniest reverse
at the drive-through.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, quick story.
Back in the day
quick
when
story.
she was working at the Wynn, she would
when I first moved to Las Vegas, she didn't even live here yet. When I first moved to Las Vegas, I moved here because I got a job at the Wynn Hotel, which is I was in the hotel industry at the time. And
Jen!
Hey Jen! Hey Jen! Mwah, love you. So I don't know what I'm doing that for. So I was in the hotel industry at the time. And so I got a job at the Wynn Hotel, which is what brought us to Las Vegas. So I moved out to Las Vegas before she did, and I worked the swing shift. I opened the Wynn Hotel, and I had to like switch shifts and things like that. But for the most part, I worked the swing shift, which I got off work at like 11:30 at night, and I got off work at 11:30 at night. When I wasn't big into eating.
In general.
I wasn't big into eating at like the EDR, which is the employee dining room.
The cafeteria is what
I wasn't big into like eating on my break. So when I was on my way home, like every single night, I would go through the drive-thru. And I don't remember if it was McDonald's or if it was Taco Bell, but it was one of the two. Because I was from Tennessee and that's all I knew anyway.
Like that looks familiar. I'll eat there.
Yeah. So I was driving. Oh my God! I wish I hope maybe I still can. Maybe I can do this.
I love that they have this on camera somewhere. I feel like they probably saved it.
Oh my God! It was so hilarious. So I had this like brand new bug, like a Volkswagen Beetle. Freaking love my favorite car still to this planet, still to this day on the planet.
Well said.
So I drove up to the drive-thru and I'm ordering my food. Oh, no. I drive up to the drive-thru, but I drive a little bit past the window. So I put it in reverse and drive back. I'm like, oops, went a little too far. So I pull back a little bit. And then I'm getting my food, and she's like, I love your car. And I was like, thank you so much. It's like her name is Silva. She's blah, 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 blah. And we were talking about my car.
Jay never meets a stranger, in case you didn't know.
Not usually. Yeah. And so she gives me my food, and I'm like, thank you so much. And then I'm like, bye. I didn't put it back in drive. It was still in reverse.
Oh my God, it wasn't McDonald's. Because you had already eaten a fry, and then you laughed, and you spewed it.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
All over her brand new Beetle.
Oh my God, it was so funny. So imagine just being that woman, right?
Oh
this at the drive-thru, this
like,
giving you yourself, and it's like, hi, bye, and then you like instead of going forward, you just like reverse.
She's so lucky there was no one behind her.
I was very lucky. I mean, it was like 12 o'clock,
but that's
midnight,
like prime time in Vegas. Prime time.
Yeah, in some places.
Prime time.
The places I went to.
Kathy said, congrats on your first podcast.
Thank you so much. We're super excited about it.
JC said, oh my, Gary Laser Eyes just brought me a mouse.
Oh my God. Was the mouse alive?
When we lived in Tennessee, moles were the big gift for us. Little moles.
Yeah,
oh my God.
It was a thing, guys.
Barbara, just watched your podcast. Tweezers have 100 uses.
Exactly,
you
Barbara.
Are my
they
soul
do.
Sister.
They do, especially if you are an Adrienne that knows how to use them with
God.
like for everything.
They are the most. I mean, how tweezers didn't make it onto MacGyver, I will never know.
Maybe they did.
I'm a big fan of duct tape as well, but when duct tape is not there, there's still something.
No, but duct tape and tweezers are like two different things. Like that.
Well, certainly they are. Certainly, there's duct tape and then there's tweezers. But y'all. Tweezers.
Oh my God.
Heather said, picture this. Picture.
It's a picture. It's a picture.
Jill. Hi, Mary.
Hey, Mary. Hey, Julie.
Interesting. Jill said the sound on Insta is so much better than the sound on Facebook.
You know what I used to think until like right
Mary's
now.
Mary's getting Primal tomorrow.
Yay!
How exciting.
Mary. Congratulations. I used to think the picture was better. Picture was better on Instagram as well. I think you know what? Here's the thing. When we're on Instagram, you have to be on your phone. So we're on our phone. When we're on Facebook, we can do it on our computer where we can just where you have a wider picture picture, and it's like it's like just a little more comfortable.
Yeah,
Honestly, you can do it horizontally.
Teresa said, I keep tweezers in my car door handle. Good spot. I can't, probably because you wear pants designed for women and there are no pockets. And that is a pet peeve of mine. I could go on for the rest of this live.
Oh, she just blamed you for something that she has no idea.
No, I'm not blaming you. Please.
Wearing women's pants.
Here's the thing, though. I want to start a movement where don't make pants that look like they have pockets if they really aren't pockets. If you can't fit anything but a chapstick in or tweezers, they're not pockets. But I'm telling you, even with but then they're so small that if you sit down, they fall out. I mean, it's like you. I get it. Like, you want to think there's pockets, but there's not pockets. There's not pockets.
But some people don't need pockets.
These are the things for the. Thanks for the tips on older kitties. Fresh air is great, but they like the comfy warm.
Yes. Oh, Lisa.
Lisa too.
Lisa.
Hi, Faye.
Hey, Lynn.
We are doing so good tonight. Happy hump day. So excited.
Yes. Lori said forget the tweezers.
JC said he's eating it on the porch. Now that's a fresh meal. Wow.
It is a fresh meal. That is a fresh meal.
You go. Wait a second.
Forget the tweezers. Get a mosquito hemostat.
Most useful tool ever. Will
I
it
don't
also
even know
address my bearded lady issues?
Have you ever heard that? Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, we're going to have to get questions because you guys had so many questions. But I have this one hair.
She has one hair. I have 45 every morning.
No, she thinks she does. But I have this one hair that pops up on my chin. And right now, it's at the perfect place.
She loves to play with it. I'm like, screw you. You have one hair.
Like,
she's essentially hairless. I don't even know. Like, I feel like genetics have played a terrible joke on me.
No.
Yeah, no.
I'm not on my face. I don't use a razor, but I have this one hair, this one chin hair.
Raise a picture. Yes, Sherry. I love you.
I have this one hair chin, hair by my chinny chin, that I play with until it gets to a certain point. And right now, so if you guys ever see me, here you go. If you ever see me, and you will, because it comes up like usually like once a month or once every 2 months.
Once every 3 to 4 months.
It pops up.
I hate
So if you guys see me do this or this, if you guys see me sitting like this, it's because my chin hair is bad.
Now you know.
But I have to play with it. But I have to play with it until it's like, okay, that's long enough to pluck.
Tabitha, I keep tweezers in my car, one on my keychain, and one at home.
Thank you guys for watching the podcast where you learned about the tweezers. That's awesome. I mean, we talk about
tweezers. Dana knows about the damn female pockets. That's why I won't upgrade my phone, because all the new ones are too big for my front pockets.
Exactly.
The only thing worse are faux pockets. That's the worst. Like this cute little thing and you look like but it's literally a seam. It's a seam. Thank you, Lisa. I'm telling you. Did I not tell you? I'm going to start a movement. I'm going to start fashion movement.
Are you?
Yeah.
I think it's already been started. Like they have.
See, I hate fake pockets. Thank you, Kimberly. Hi, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
Okay, I'm looking up mosquito hemostat. Dana said I have a mosquito hemostat. So useful. Hemostats sadly don't work for those hairs. Fine tweezers are best. Even the kind that come with Swiss Army knives. So Swiss Army knives are really good. I love those.
We have several of those.
Jill, I'm with you. The overnight thing, except I have like 45. Like I'm telling you, if I were to let it all grow out, I would have like the funniest goatee.
It's
like
my best friend. Like I get really excited when it comes back, and I'm like, oh, hey, I have something to play with while I'm thinking.
What the H?
Because I will literally like, as I'm thinking, I'm just playing with it, just playing.
And then she has such joy in it. And it's like, hey, do you want my tweezers? Do you want to pluck it? She's
like, not yet.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
What the
hell? I'm gonna keep playing until it hits me, until it's too long to like, till I can see it in the mirror.
Oh, Dana said it's one of those scissor type things that you see surgeons using. I love you, Dr. Kosher. I'm telling you, Jay thinks that I waste a lot of time with my little magnifying mirror. I'm just letting it all hang out here. But the truth is, Here's the problem. Can I just be honest with you guys right now? I am well aware of the fact because in my day job, I spend a lot of time on the phone. I'm an assistant. It's a very important job. I spend a lot of time on the phone. Sometimes I get, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. And then a lot of the times I get, yes, sir, absolutely, sir. What's going on, sir? And I'm like, really? Do I really have such a man voice? Now, just so you guys know, it is genetic. My mom and my aunt both have the exact same voice. Like, we sound the same. However, if I were to grow a beard as well, then what? I mean, then what would I
Then
have?
what happens?
On my two little tiny boobs.
I have to wear man pants because I cannot stand the small pockets.
Right. Like,
And
I'm
they don't fit my
already at a
tweezers.
disadvantage.
And
Okay.
then I have a beard, and then I sound like a man. What happens then? What happens?
Mine is caused from birth control pills. I've never taken birth control pills. There's a news alert. I've never
Now
taken
that you
birth-
know, we've never been on birth control.
never been on birth control, and still, I've tried to get pregnant. It just won't work. I have a
Okay,
manly
let's get
voice
to
as
the
well.
questions.
I always get called sir on the phone. Really, Dana?
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
do too. So I get called sir, not on the phone. Not
When
on the phone.
have you ever been called sir?
Anytime I go out without earrings, and especially, you know what my hair looks like when
I would love
look
to
like
meet the person
Jim
that called
Carrey.
you.
I do. I look like Jim Carrey when I'm out of the shower. If my hair is just dry, laying down, no makeup, I look like Jim Carrey.
Y'all, okay. Let's answer some questions.
Let's
We
do
are
that because
wasting
you
your
guys
time right now.
gave us so many questions. So if you guys
I
are
love
joining
you
us
guys
for
so
the
much.
first time on a Wednesday,
God bless
thank you
you.
so much for joining us
Thank you
and
for joining.
sticking with us through this
Hi, Mickey.
babbling time. However, on Wednesday nights we go live and we do a Q&A, and we ask you guys in advance, give us your questions. What questions do you have?
So
and
many
then
good ones.
you guys give so many good
So many
questions.
good ones.
And then we answer them here live.
Let's jump
so
right in.
let's jump right in.
Christine said, our rescue Lola, 8 years old, we've had her for 3 years, will only eat dry food. She begs for people food. Why won't she eat wet food? Our other rescue, same age, eats both. Underneath this comment we have from Maureen, my cat only wants slop or wet food. I give it to her twice a day. She barely touches or crunchies at all. Then she goes wild when she hears the cupboard door open. Christy said, I'm interested to hear the answer to this. One of my cats is the same way. And Christine said, yes, two crazy cat ladies, please answer our question. So.
And we will. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, cats are different. They're like people, right?
They get addicted.
Well, let's not get into details, but they have certain needs
Let's
and
not get
wants.
into details.
Well, I was going to say, like, we have the same, we share the same refrigerator. I have options to eat the same food that you eat, and I don't like all your weird foods all the time, right? Because I like my foods. And cats are really the same way. We know this from experience because, for example, Scotch, when we decided to transition from dry to wet and wet to raw, it took him about a week.
For the whole transition.
For the whole transition. He was like, yeah, mama, this is delicious. I love it.
He was smart. He was 18.
Then we had, Mr. Biddles was probably a month.
Maybe not even.
Maybe not even. But our Pooh Bear, it took, I say 6 months. Jay says 4. But it took a long time.
We didn't write it
So
down.
the secret to this is giving your kitty that will not eat wet food that option. Also, very important in this game, in this transition, is being very patient and perseverant. So you always want to give that option, and that means not giving them the all-day buffet. So if they have crunchies down all day, pick it up.
They're gonna pick that.
Pick it up.
So
they're gonna pick their preference.
Yeah, so
right?
cats are like us in the fact that they are attracted to things. I mean, not like me necessarily. I think I'm more like a
healthy cat
or a dog or something. I don't know what I.
Let's not dwell, but moving on.
Anyway, but they're attracted to one. We teach them what is food, right? So if you were if as a child what you were given is pasta, and that's what you ate every day, then you're going to be addicted to those carbs. That is what you what your brain deems as food. Same goes for our cats. If all we gave them is, and this is why we had to go through the whole process with our cats, is because all we gave them was dry food. And they were like, food, yay. And they ate it. And then we put down wet food and they're like,
No, I will wait for the dry food. Thank you very much.
No, I mean, I'm going to have an all day buffet. So, right.
So it's a slow transition though.
Yeah.
Especially if you know that your cat has a preference already.
Yes.
Then feed on routine schedules if you can.
Correct.
Whatever works best for you.
Number one.
And
pick up the all day buffet. Pick up the all day buffet.
Hi, Marilyn.
Hey, Marilyn.
Pick up the all day buffet.
Yes.
And then you'll notice in the morning. So when we first started doing this, we picked up the all day buffet. And then overnight, they were basically fasted for a good 8 hours. Really. We would feed them in the evening time, wait till morning. Mr. Pooh Bear was far more likely to give wet food a shot in the morning. If you notice that is not working, what you can do is give a little bit of kibble and put a teaspoon of the wet food in. So he starts associating it as food. Sometimes it works well to actually put the wet food on the side, right? So that if he or she refuses to eat anything that has wet food touching it, then put it near the food that he or she will eat.
Yes.
So that they start associating it as food, and they feel like they have an option, and they won't starve themselves.
Because they're smell sensors, guys. 200 million smell sensors, scent sensors, are really important. So when they're used to one thing, we have to slowly get them used to the next thing, right?
Right. And here, Mickey just popped in and she said, I have a question. Speaking of fasting our cats overnight, she said, I have a question. My male cat is refusing to eat. My concern is, first, how long has this been going on? Not eating is, especially if it's food that he's been eating before, it's time for a vet visit, because there could be something going on. If you've tried, if you need to call and schedule that, in the meantime, try food toppers.
Where are you seeing this? I don't know.
Mickey.
Oh,
I have a question.
I see,
my male cat is refusing to eat. So understand that it's dangerous for our cats to be fasted to not eat for
too long. Over 24 hours for sure. Let's get them to the vet.
48
because if a cat is not eating if you've offered them, right? So if a cat's not eating
and favorite foods
and all you do is give them the one food or whatever, let's try different foods. And if they refuse to eat anything, let's get them to the vet, because the majority of the time, if a cat is refusing to eat, in general,
not feeling well,
it's because there's something wrong.
And we noticed that with our Tiggy.
Yeah,
it was like on a Friday, we were like, he's not eating, and then he would sit by the water bowl and
stare at it,
and he wasn't drinking, and so we made a vet appointment, and so it's just very important.
He died.
Wow. Apparently, she's had too much wine. But Mickey, Jay's drama aside, I would be concerned about how long he's been doing this. Try food toppers, try his favorite treats. See if he really is refusing to eat, or if he's just being picky about what you're feeding him right now.
Yeah.
Do not panic. Don't listen to Jay.
No, don't panic. Just do something. Like we have to do something when we see these signs.
Diane said, "Sunduck, I love your scarf."
Oh, thank you. I actually got this from Kohl's. It came.
Beverly.
Look, there's like still the.
She said, "I have wine. Just needed some cat ladies. Welcome to the squad."
Here we go. So the scarf came actually attached to a shirt that I bought at Kohl's for like $7. And I was like, I like the scarf.
She does like the scarf. Mickey said, how much wet food is good though? So are you doing dry and wet? Because I'll let you know that it's hydration is so important for our babies.
Yes. And
we really recommend getting rid of dry food altogether. Kibble. I mean, freeze-dried is a different animal. We can rehydrate that and add moisture to their diet.
Sometimes.
But Mickey said how much wet food is good. So you ideally can transition from kibble to wet. How we did it was we did from kibble to wet and from wet to raw. Yeah,
and you can go on our website at twocrazycatladies.com.
So their entire diet.
twocrazycatladies.com, and just look up transition. Look up the word transition when you hit the search bar. It'll tell you how to transition from dry to wet and from dry to raw even. Like we give you the steps. Like from our experience, from what
Sarah
works
said,
for us.
started giving my cat answers mixed in with her canned food. She eats the raw out first. She definitely prefers it. Worried if I transition her too quickly will upset her stomach.
No, you
if
don't
she
have to
has
worry about
stomach
that.
issues, you may want to make sure that you're in control of transition and just keep an eye on the litter box.
Yeah,
right?
because
like,
I mean, honestly, like, so Sarah, so when it comes to like, I don't think you really need to worry if she's like going straight to the fresh food, then great. That's fantastic. Let her do. That's because she is a smart cat. She knows what her body needs. That's amazing. That's what Scotch did.
Scotch was
but
so good.
If there is some kind of like loose stools or things like that, like I don't like at first, especially, there's no need to worry. Like it's like us. So I say it all the time. If I'm eating nothing but like macaroni and cheese, like what are those things? Those boxes of foods?
Hamburger
Helper, or Mac, whatever.
Mac Attack.
I don't know what they're called, but like if we're only eating processed foods,
and then she has a salad,
and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, you know what? I need to get healthier. I'm going to eat something more fresh, and I eat salads and fresh foods.
She turns into a salad shooter.
I'm going to get a salad shooter, which is what we call a salad shooter, but it means I'm going to get diarrhea. Like, I get it, because my body says, I don't know what the F you're putting in me. So that it's the same with our cats. Like they all of a sudden they don't know their bodies don't know what it is they're eating. And so it says, oh, we need to like push some of this out. It's not a big cause.
I wouldn't worry about transitioning. Yeah, I would just keep an eye on her, especially if she is wanting better food. Roll with it, and then just keep an eye on the litter box habits. I'm a huge litter box fan.
You're like, let's get to the next question.
Kimberly, my Rowena has a cyst on her side. Had it drained and tested earlier this year at a vet appointment. Not cancerous, but the vet did say it would fill back up, and it did rather quickly. If it's not bothering her any, I feel that I can wait just a while longer to have it removed. If it was bothering her, I definitely find the money. Thoughts?
Okay, so
first of all, you're an awesome cat mom.
I love you, Kimberly.
Yes.
So here's the thing. When, in my opinion, and I'm just saying my opinion, we are not vets. However, in our opinion, in our experience, if there is a cyst, especially on like older cats, right? Like they may develop certain fatty cysts. They may develop certain cysts on their bodies. If it is not growing, so if it's growing, we need to definitely take care of it. If it is not cancerous, then the risk of the anesthesia and the surgery
could be greater than just letting it be.
For me personally, is bigger than just letting it be. Now there are certain things like we have a product called OxyCat that is amazing, and
you could try that topically.
We put it on topically for warts, for cysts, for papilloma on dogs, even like it's a great product to help reduce that. So that may be in skin tags. It may be a good.
It could be helpful.
Natural option to help. I don't know.
But I would definitely keep an eye on it. So if it's not bothering her, then I would just make sure that you're doing your wellness exams. Let the vet take a look at it. Make sure that it's not turning into something bigger or worse.
Yeah.
And keeping in mind that cats aren't like, oh, this is getting a little uncomfortable. Wish it wasn't here. Right. So that's why wellness exams are really important, and just paying attention to her behavior in general to make sure that there's not a change in behavior that could be caused by her being uncomfortable. Right. So I think that you're spot on. You obviously address the issue straight up. You got it tested. That's awesome. Just be vigilant about keeping an eye on it and making sure that she's comfortable, because I agree with Jay that if there is a cyst, especially with an older kitty, or if it's non-cancerous for sure, then do we want to go through something that's going to be a little more traumatic on their system? Or do we just want to be vigilant about keeping an eye on this so it's not getting bigger? Maybe it's just a Maybe it's just a situation.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just something that she has a proclivity
Sometimes
towards.
it's not. I mean, I have spots, like I have spots on my back that have been there for like 20 years. And it's like, well, it's not like growing or anything. And I don't have to really worry about it. So I'm just going to let it be because it's not bothering me. It's there, but it's not going to bother me.
Right.
So same.
So you just keep it on.
Yeah.
And then on your wellness exams, just make sure that your veterinarian obviously is aware of it and can check on it and make sure that it's not changing.
Yeah, keep an eye on it for sure.
Brilliant.
100%. Okay.
Love you, Kimberly.
Lisa Pride said, how do I stop a neighbor from feeding my cat? I don't know who's doing it, but he's on a special diet for urinary crystals. Thought of a collar, but he loses them and he will not stay indoors. Thanks, worried mom from the UK.
Oh, Lisa.
Oh, Dennis.
Super late over there, but if you happen to watch this later,
yeah,
I would be proactive about this. First of all, definitely with urinary crystals, we want to look at having a moisture-rich diet. And a lot of times, some of these prescription diets will actually, especially if it's a dry prescription diet, if it's a special diet, will increase the sodium so that it makes our cats want to drink more. Make sure that you're already doing what you can to give her a moisture-rich diet. Is it a little boy or a little girl?
Moisture-rich.
Moisture-rich diet. I don't know if it's a little boy or a little girl, but is it?
Yeah, boy.
Okay, so definitely do what you can with diet to try to help that issue. We definitely recommend a moisture-rich, species-appropriate diet for that. But then past that, you've got a kitty that won't come indoors all the time. Twist is being such a character tonight. You have a kitty that won't come indoors. So you're going to have to be a little more proactive about knowing which neighbor is feeding your kitty. So I would actually say, I put up a poster. Say, this is my cat. He loves to visit your yard. He's on a special diet. Please let me know if you feed him. Or something that's a little more proactive. Go door to door and be like, I know my cat visits you. I can't get him to stay inside.
I would say, I love the idea of a collar or a
but
or a
he
shirt.
Won't keep it on.
Or a shirt.
No, you don't want to do a shirt. If he's outdoor, you can get stuck.
Something that you can, from a shirt versus a collar. Come on.
If you get stuck on something, hung on something, a shirt's not going to break away.
Or something that says like, please don't feed me. I have we've seen those videos where they're like, this is what we had to do with our cat. Like, please don't feed me. I am on a special diet. Like, that's okay.
Beverly, great suggestion for Kimberly. She said, take a picture of the cyst with the ruler so you can track the size.
Oh, that's a good idea. Very good idea. Beverly is always on it.
Wait, what do you consider old? I got them in 2012. Not old. Kimberly, they are not old. So it's really just something that you want to keep an eye on then. So your baby is not old. 2012. It's 2019.
So we're 7 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an old baby. That's a baby. Oh, Mickey, we use pine pellets for litter. We love it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Debbie, do you have a video of how to finish the large litter box that you were making? Oh, we do.
No, we didn't finish it.
I have a big kitty that would really... No, so she was watching our story.
Oh.
And the problem was, guys, if you guys don't watch our story, we... this weekend we were making a new litter box for our kitties, and I was like, film this, let's show them how we do it. And so we did it, but we posted on our story, but we posted it from Instagram. So Instagram only allows 60 seconds, and it was a minute 20. Yeah. So I had to repost later once I figured this out. It was hours and hours later, and then it went away. So I posted it here on, I posted it here on Facebook. I posted the whole thing here on Facebook. So you can go back through our page and find the entire thing.
Now, keep in mind, and I don't know if those comments are on there, but there are a lot of people that commented with really great ideas of how to do that.
Yeah, look at the comments too. Because other people had great ideas as well.
Super helpful.
Stuff we're gonna also advise.
Angel said, my black male neutered cat has issues with scratching and biting himself. It comes and goes. When it flares up, he'll have a bald spot between his shoulder blades and on all 4 of his legs. He's raw fed, and I also give him Answers raw fermented goat's milk, and I wish we had access to raw.
Answers is so good.
Raw goat's milk and kefir or kefir, whatever, however you pronounce it, is illegal in Las Vegas.
You just spit on me.
Sorry.
I know, but marijuana and prostitution is not.
Well, prostitution technically is, but okay. Anyway, he's fed raw. Also give him Ezra raw. My holistic vet died suddenly right before we had this issue. No other holistic vet in my area. I've taken him to 3 different vets, and the only thing they recommend is steroids and Benadryl, which I gave him one time. His issues came right back, even worse. He's the sweetest boy, and I wish I knew what to do with him. I also have his brother. He's all orange in color and has no issues. They're both about 4 years old. No vaccination except a set of kitty shots. What can I do for him? The fact that it came back worse after the steroids and Benadryl makes me think that it's an immune system issue.
Correct.
Did I read it all?
And he's raw fed. No, I'm just looking back because I had this. I just wanted to see bald spot between his shoulder blades. So, okay, I don't know the age of your kitty, but one thing. So there's two things that come to mind from our experience in the past, like 15 years in pet nutrition, right? 2 things. One is let's make sure to get a full, not just from your conventional vet even, not just a blood test, but let's get a full thyroid check. Because it was bald between his shoulder blades and his forelegs, so it's like symmetric. What we've seen is that a lot of times this may be a thyroid issue. So we want to get his thyroid checked, right? So number 1, let's get his thyroid checked. Number 2, if his thyroid is fine, this oftentimes is, and we're seeing this so much more, guys. Oh my God. We saw this in dogs for 10 years. Yeah. Literally, I spent 99% of my days for 10 years on the phone working with dog parents.
Maybe an exaggeration, but it's
95
95%
of my time in this industry talking to dog parents about this issue. And now I'm seeing it so much more in cats too. And it's called a systemic yeast, candida yeast, whatever, like a leaky gut syndrome. Like they call it all the same thing, but it's basically an overgrowth of yeast in the gut due to an immune system reaction, right? So, or whatever, the symptoms are coming up from a immune system reaction.
And the fact that after steroids, that the issue came back worse than before would indicate that it is more, because steroids, antibiotics, those sort of things, they wipe out
what they do is they
shut down the immune system.
They mask the immune system. Right. They tell the immune system to stop working. React. Right? And so the immune system says, okay, we're going to
not do anything.
It's like putting a wet paper towel over yeast when you're making bread, right? It stops. And then when you take it off, it's going to grow. So that's like that's
what it sounds like. Now, definitely would recommend direct messaging us, private messaging. Yeah. What do you call it? To kind of work through, because this is a complicated issue.
So we can go through step by step.
Right.
For that.
But it definitely seems that the root of it is more of an immune system, and when we look at having
very well
a very healthy microbiome is such a gift to overall health in general.
Yeah,
so
and there's
a lot of
many
things go into
that can be done.
Diet, supplementation, especially if it's like a weak point, like you mentioned that his sibling doesn't have these issues. If this is a issue that only he's dealing with, or if it's a compromised immune system that he has developed, then there's a lot. There are a lot of things that you can be looking at to help that situation. So you kind of want to go through whether it's diet, where it's kind of the elimination game, where you look through and see what might be causing that. The fact that you said that it flares up from time to time, I'd be curious to know when that is. Is it seasonal? Is it when you change his diet, when you feed a certain food? There's lots of things. So direct message us, because this is definitely something that could be completely something that could be easy to handle, maybe with more information.
Hey, Trish.
Trish is here.
And Sissy is too.
Hi, Sissy. Will you give my bro a big hug from me?
Yes.
And give his little kidney a massage while you're at it.
Oh, okay, yeah. She'll just give a kidney a massage.
Hey,
that's what she does.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
just
your
saying.
job,
Okay,
Sissy.
next question.
Okay.
Next question comes from Stacey. Hey, baby girl. She said, I'm still going to ask because I missed the answer.
Oh,
what should I do with my baby? Oh, she has seasonal allergies that manifest on her skin. She gets red hot irrigation on her ears. I'm thinking you mean irritation.
Stacey.
She'll scratch until it bleeds. Please help.
Stacey.
Yeah, it's an overreaction of the immune system.
Stacey, what I'm finding out is, one, I don't feel like you're here right now either.
I don't see you here.
And I feel like you don't watch back the videos that we
Who has that kind of time?
No, but that's fine. She's a VIP member.
I know. What does that have to do with having time to watch back lives?
I mean, she could, well, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Really. No.
It doesn't.
But I will say, I will repeat my answer from last week.
Are you being moody about this?
No, I am a little bit. Stacey,
Stacey's our girl, so she can be a little bit.
I can be a little moody.
She's throwing some shade, y'all.
I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying, like, today I was like, you asked us again. Why don't you just
answer the question?
Because I did deep research last week in order to answer your question, and I gave you 3 options, and then you didn't watch it.
Moody.
And so I had, instead of, I was like, oh my God, I have to go back and watch.
Already
like, I had to go back and do all that research. Or I'm just going to go back and watch our last live, which I did. And I had to like go back and watch and like fast forward as I'm working and fast forward until I find it.
Without attitude.
I could have. I'm sorry, Stacey. Yeah. You know, I love you.
Okay, now get over your damn self.
We are girls.
Go.
Okay, so 1, histamines. We have to talk about histamines. The reason that when it comes to allergies that conventional vets will prescribe antihistamines, or with us, right, antihistamines, is because the histamines are the issue, right? So when it comes to histamines, during this stage, these seasonal stages, we need to stay away from histamines. One of the things that we can do, and I feel like this might be very beneficial for your kitties, is let's stay away from fish. Basically, probably fish altogether. Fresh fish is fine, but if we're looking at fish that's in a can, fish that's in that's aged fish, we're looking at, they have more histamines, right? So they're gonna give more triggers to the allergies, so we wanna stay away from those. Second was look up the Weather Network. It's an app on your phone that you can go to, Weather Network, and it will tell you when the pollen and whatnot is high in your pollen count is high in your area. And so you can like make sure that you keep the windows closed and, you know, keep the air purifiers going, things like that. If we're talking about seasonal allergies, third is omega-3s. Now, omega-3s, when we're talking about aged fish, a lot of times when we think omega-3s, we're like, oh, let's just get fish oil because fish oil is really good, right? But you have to always know your source. You have to always, it's very important because sometimes you could be giving omega-3s to your cat because you're like, oh, they need this, but it's such aged fish that you're actually increasing the histamines. So I recommend Dr. Mercola's krill oil.
So awesome.
For pets. It's called krill oil for pets. It's in an airtight container, so there's no aging that's going on. It is all of the omega-3s that they need, and it only takes 1 squirt. It's like so super simple. Easy. None of our cats, even our finicky, most finicky cat has never had a problem with it, and we do it every single day.
Word.
So
word.
There you
Word.
Go. Next.
Linda said, my male cat has constipation issues.
Oh, no.
He will go just tiny little pebbles for days and then finally go for a whirl. I know that feeling. But tends to throw up when I don't have that problem. Tends to throw up when he finally goes. Do you have a product to help with this, or can you recommend a product or solution? My first questiones to you is, what is his diet? Because a lot of times diet is the number one thing. When we change their diet to a species-appropriate diet or a moisture-rich diet, a lot of these digestional issues can alleviate themselves.
Yeah,
if you're already feeding a good diet and you feel like he's a healthy cat otherwise, throwing up thing kind of bothers me, makes me feel like there's a lot of kibble involved, because it can help back up our kitties and make them throw up more. The next suggestion would be, if he is on a good diet already, then, and we're talking species appropriate, at least a moisture-rich canned food with high-quality ingredients, or an all-fresh raw diet, like Answer's Primal.
You're going off the rails.
Constipation can be helped with coconut oil. We have Mr. Biddles, who is fed a species-appropriate diet, but he has an issue with being constipated from time to time. Right, because he's got a very dense overcoat and undercoat, really, and he can get constipated. He can have hairballs, and then he can be constipated as well. So a coconut oil, a little bit of coconut oil. I'm talking 1/4 of a teaspoon. When you notice that this is an issue, and if it is an ongoing issue, do it.
Let's do it proactively.
Once or twice a week.
Let's do it.
Every other day.
2 or 3 times a week, even.
Right.
I gave Biddles coconut oil today.
Yeah.
He loves it. In fact,
and
maybe your kitty will too.
Things out.
Give it to him a little bit on a spoon. He'll lick it off. That's great. Pumpkin is also a great option, but coconut oil has been
really our go-to.
We do have a product. It's called Catalyst, and it's made of digestive enzymes. So it really helps to make the basically it goes in and tells the nutrients in the body where to go. So it makes the body or the food more absorbable, more digestible to the body. And
go ahead and answer JC's question at the same time then. Okay. What is the difference between OxyCat and Catalyst?
Oh, huge difference.
Big
huge
difference. Totally.
So, yeah, 100% difference. So
I'm gonna go grab another beer while she does this. I think I have to.
So Catalyst is an amazing product, but Catalyst is a mixture between live antioxidant enzymes and digestive enzymes, all the most important digestive enzymes, right? So what we're doing, and this is all plant extracts. So what we're doing with this is we're reducing inflammation, and we're making, I don't want to go into it too hard because I can go into it hard, but
she could
with it, But with the Catalyst, we're reducing inflammation in the body, we're building the immune system, and we are making the food more usable to the body. That's the easiest way to say it, right? We're just making the food more usable to the body, so our body is absorbing the nutrients better.
And
with the OxyCat, and the OxyCat is our most versatile product on the planet, we don't go anywhere without that product. OxyCat is an antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, alkaline-based remedy. So what that does is it balances pH. It fights viruses. It fights bacteria in the body. It basically.
It's one of our most favorite products because it's been so useful for
Both
so many different issues. Now, I want to say this because you're like, oh, that sounds wonderful. I'm going to get it and use it all the time. No, you need to know why you're supplementing.
Yes.
It's so important.
But have it on hand at all times. I want to say that. Everybody, I have talked to too many people that I'm they're like, what do I do? My cat is in this situation. I'm like, do you have OxyCat on hand?
Right.
And they're like, no, I don't. I'm like, shit. If you had it on hand right now, if you had it on hand right now, this would be perfect. And literally, we don't go anywhere. We don't go on vacation without OxyCat, and it's just the two of us. Without our cats, we use it for ourselves.
We use it for random things like heartburn, diarrhea, whatever it may be.
Burns. Can you see? You can barely see this. This was the most horrible.
She had a boo-boo.
Boo-boo that I had 3 weeks ago, and
she didn't even have a scar.
You can barely see it right now.
But the point
here,
though,
because I put OxyCat on it.
There are a lot of fantastic supplements that are out there. But it's very important for us, and I remember thinking this when I realized how beneficial supplements could be. I wanted to go get all of them. Be like, oh my God, this one's great for liver. This one's great for heart. This one's great for cognitive. Don't go out like you would a GNC. Think about it like this. Vitamins and supplements are great. You go out and you grab a whole shelf of stuff and start taking it every day because it's good for you.
You need to know why.
You need to know why you're supplementing. So supplements
we're telling you why.
are for very specific
Catalyst
issues.
And OxyCat.
Right. Well, you want to know why you're supplementing, and you want to make sure that you're treating the issues or being proactive about certain issues.
What's the question that we're answering right now?
This is we were talking about constipation, and you were talking about Catalyst, how it can help with that as well. Hey, baby. Get up here. Get up here, Z. Come say hi to everybody. But it's just very important to understand, even when we get really excited about a new product that's really helpful with certain issues, we want to know why we're supplementing. So, moving on. My kitty, from Phyllis, my kitty has a cold. My kitty had a cold and lost her fur on the back half of her body from a cold. It has started to come back. Is there anything I can do to hasten her fur regrowth? She went to the vet when she was first sick and received medication for the cold. Okay, not a lot of information here, but I would be curious to know what that medication was.
Yeah,
probably an antibiotic.
We do have a product. It's again called Catalyst. So Catalyst is, as we just said, it's an enzymatic.
The immune system.
It's an enzymatic product, but it really helps with the skin and coat. So for me personally, all of our products, just so you guys know, are human grade. Like all of our products are good for dogs and cats
and we have
people.
The pleasure of being able to take them ourselves.
Whatever. We package them into cat size, and we do our research onto how this helps cats specifically. But we know that they're all also like human grade. I drink Catalyst on a daily basis. I take it myself on a daily basis.
Because she lost all the fur on the back half of her body.
I lost all my fur. No, but my fingernails grow back. My hair grows, which is why I'm wearing a hat right now, too fast. My toenails grow a little too fast.
It's just too much information.
It's like biotin, I guess you'd say, maybe for like women that are looking for like growing things faster. But it really is. It's Romero's here.
Hi, Romero.
So if you
hi, Patricia.
So if you're looking for something to help hair growth, Catalyst would be what I would recommend.
I have to say that I'm curious to know what they gave her for the cold, because it's very odd for a cat to lose the fur on the back half of themselves because of a cold. I would probably need more information. But again,
doesn't usually.
I think what Jay's trying to say is that the overall health of the body, especially the health of the hair follicle, this is sometimes where we really find out that there's an issue going on. The health of the coat, the health of the fur, hair follicle is directly proportional to the health of the gut and their overall immune system. So if maybe she had a reaction to the antibiotics or the steroids, whatever they gave her for that cold, that kind of made things difficult to maintain. So yes, Catalyst would be good for that. But again, you're going to want to keep an eye on as well. A healthy diet is going to be helpful. Mm-hmm. You want to look at this holistically, and you want to do what's best for your baby. And understand, as far as when it comes to antibiotics, studies show that it takes the microbiome of the gut is what helps our immune system be healthy. So a diverse microbiome is really important. When we take steroids or antibiotics, that wipes out the good and the bad bacteria. And studies show it takes 16 to 18 months for us to regain that, over a year. So when we have a kitty that's had to have antibiotics for a good reason,
we need probiotics.
Then we need to do probiotics, and we need to be proactive about giving them probiotics, digestive enzymes, something that's going to help them rebuild the strength of their immune system after it being after something like that.
Yep. 100%.
Okay. Next question.
Do we have? Oh wow, we have more.
Yes.
Okay. Not too many. Do cats acquire separation anxiety? Yes.
Yeah, they do.
Like my Frankie has this, but when I'm home and not at his beck and call. Yeah. So yes, cats do get separation anxiety.
Can I just highlight the recent study that was done at Oregon State University that showed that demonstrated that cats bond with their humans as much, if not more, than babies and dogs do. Mm-hmm. So even though our cats don't act like it, because they express and they accept love different than people and dogs do, because we all know what that looks like. Cats are a little bit different. They're a little more stoic. They're a little more like even keeled. So, but separation anxiety is a big deal. And we know this for a fact because of our Pooh Bear and coming back from our 5-day vacation. He seems to be okay for 2 or 3 days. He's all right. We get into 4 and 5 days, and both times we've been gone that length of time, he has started marking his territory. And so it shows that cats attach a lot of their security to their humans. And so when their humans are gone for a certain amount of time, it's not uncommon for them to demonstrate that behaviorally by being territorial or insecure in certain ways. So yes, absolutely.
Yes. Next question is it okay to add Tinkle Tonic to wet food
long-term for urinary health and prevent crystals?
I don't know what Tinkle Tonic is.
So I did, right before we came live, I did a little lookup on this, and I'm not familiar with the product at all. It's my first time looking at it, but it has dandelion root. It has echinacea. There were great reviews on it. I just read through some of it. There's marshmallow root. There's something couch something. There are ingredients in here that we're not familiar with. But
I don't know.
But I read a lot of reviews that spoke very highly of it. I saw others that were like, this doesn't work at all. But also it depends. When you're dealing with natural remedies, it's going to be different for every cat, honestly.
Yeah. So when it comes to urinary crystals, I don't know anything
about long term.
Jana, I don't know anything about Tinkle Tonic personally. But I will say, when it comes to urinary crystals, it depends on like what crystals are we trying to prevent, right? So for the most part, we're talking about male cats or female cats, but with struvite crystals. If struvite crystals are the issue, we're talking about the urine pH.
And there's oxalate.
Right? Yeah. So we're talking about urine pH. So urine pH. If it is too alkaline, meaning it's above like 6.5, we're like 7.58 in the urine pH, then what we need to do is acidify that urine. We need to try to help balance that urine pH. Now, diet can absolutely 100% on its own, oftentimes, balance that pH. If we do a species appropriate raw diet, that oftentimes cures all kinds of urine issues
and digestive issues.
Yeah. But we can add things like vitamin C. We have a product called Urinary Cat Plus, which is a pure vitamin C and Helix water that helps to acidify, like add in some acidification to, is that even a word? I think it's
well, whatever you did with the amount of wine that you had, saying acidification was very impressive.
Thank you. It helps to acidify the urine pH and balance it to keep it, better. I'm starting to get drunk now.
Starting?
Really? Have I been drunk?
Really?
No.
I don't know when it kicked in, but it was like halfway through.
You're going to make me have to go back and watch this.
No, you're fine. Maria said, though, just really quickly, she said, I came to say hi to the picture of Pooh Bear with his tongue out. Made me cry of happiness.
Oh my God, Maria, I'm going to tell you guys this story. Maria, stay here for a second because I'm going to tell you guys a story right before we leave. I'm going to tell you guys a story as to why Pooh Bear in that specific picture
is your soul cat.
100% my son.
Scott said, your funny posts compel me to watch your show. Baby, it's not going to be as funny as our posts, but it can be a fun shit show.
You never know. Okay, we have one more question.
Maria has a question as well about the flea. So ask the last question, then we'll come back to
you. Okay, last question. Is there anything you know of cats that cats can chew on to help their teeth? 100%.
Raw chicken necks, baby.
Yes.
Raw
Give
chicken
them
necks.
raw meaty bones.
Never cooked bones.
It's so.
Y'all,
I mean,
never cooked.
it will take a little bit of time if they're not used to it to give them a little bit of like. And you can buy these. Northwest Naturals has them.
Yeah.
You can just buy them at the
Savage
grocery
Cat has
store.
a full
Savage
quail
Cat.
you can get.
Yeah, we have one on
And these
order
bones,
right now.
raw
Yes.
bones,
Right.
which takes a little bit for me to get
Right.
my head wrapped around. Oh my God, Scott, I love you. It takes a little bit, especially when it like Jay's all about like the rabbit foot and the rabbit. It's tough for me. It's tough.
No,
but if you can wrap your head around it, it's really good for our cat's teeth. Incidentally, the amino acids and everything about raw meaty bones is so good for our cat's dental health.
100%.
Dental health is an
so
epidemic
good.
for our babies.
You think about our cats in the wild, like our
In the
cats
wild.
are like we call them domesticated now that they're in our homes, but they're not actually as domesticated as even dogs. And when they eat into a raw meaty bone, when they bite into that, it is so freaking good for their teeth. Not just the enzymes and everything that comes with it, but the fact that they're biting onto something hard, Oh man.
Okay, Maria. Maria said, "Will the Flea X work for the kitties on my sweet long-haired girl's chin? For the kites, I'm thinking fleas. Is that an autocorrect that's common?
Probably
She's been
fleas.
scratching a lot, and I think she has fleas, but I cannot see them due to her very long black hair.
It won't hurt. So if you have the Flea X, Maria,
it's good for flea allergy dermatitis as well.
Yeah, go ahead and absolutely put it on there. It won't hurt. Like in
it can
any
actually,
way.
yeah, it can help. The only thing would be is if it is, because I don't know what kites mean. I would say it's a mixture of, if you've got OxyCat, if it's like a chin acne issue that's itching, then I would use Oxy for that. I would also, to find out really what the issue is, I would get a flea comb.
So on her.
A flea comb. It's a little wire brush that you can go through.
Yeah, you can get it for like $1.50.
Oh, they're super cheap, 50 cents on Amazon.
Or less.
And you can go through and see if there are fleas there. You can see eggs if they are there, and know if that is the issue, then absolutely Flea X. If you do that and realize that there's not fleas, there's not flea eggs, you don't see any other evidence of fleas.
Good call.
I love how smart she thinks I am after she's had some wine. Then I would definitely use OxyCat topically. Put a little bit on a Q-tip and just put it on that problem area.
You notice I'm not even upset that you're touching me right now.
Am I touching you right now?
Yeah, look.
Or are you touching me? I'm on my thing. Like, here's the line. Margie, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, Tabitha said, replying to Maria, do you have a flea comb? I just discovered fleas on my baby last week. She's black. That flea comb caught those little suckers. Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, so she said if she's only scratching her chin, maybe it's a chin acne situation. She had fleas, she'd be scratching everywhere. So chin acne, I would treat it a little bit differently.
All right there. I freaking love us as a community. You guys are so amazing. I can't even.
You can't even? Whoa.
Can you even?
Who's touching who?
Can you even?
You guys.
I'm telling you. You guys are so amazing.
Okay.
Oh, Rodney joined.
Besides bones, Tabitha said, besides bones, they do sell cat toys that have this netting type stuff on it to help their teeth. I got my baby a pretzel chew toy. She loves it. I've never seen those.
No, I don't
know. Oh, and Maria said she is scratching everywhere, but I can see notes on her chin because her little chin is white. Okay,
so let's look into chin acne.
Mites, not
chin
notes.
Acne is very normal. Actually, reach out to us because our OxyCat is like it's been like a great thing for chin acne. Because we're talking about bacterial infection when we're talking about chin acne in our cats. Sometimes all we have to do is take away the plastic bowl and it will cure it. But we have a lot of people that are like, I've already taken away the plastic bowl. We're still dealing with this.
But she did find fleas on her dog, so she assumed it was fleas. But I would say do process of elimination.
Yep.
Check with a flea comb and make sure, and even if it is a reaction to the fleas, flea X will be fantastic. If you
Yes.
find out that she does not
won't
have
hurt.
fleas and she's only itching her chin,
You can send us back.
and then you can send us back.
And we'll give you a refund on the
Yeah.
flea X. Like, I mean, like, we are only in this.
Maria said the wine is kicking in. Yeah.
I think so, Maria.
Okay.
I think you're right. And it's almost gone. That's it.
Mad Cat, I think, is the name of those. I can't remove her, and I'm sober. Do your products work on dogs like my new puppy, Winnie? Congratulations. Yes, our products are dog safe, human safe, but we are cat ladies. And so there's lots of great products out there for dogs.
I'm not going to tell you that we won't eventually. That we won't eventually sell our products for dogs in larger packages because dogs are bigger than cats. But yes, all of our products
They're
are
all
good
safe
for
for dogs as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Tabitha just
My
put
sister-
a vodka
my
and
sister-
cranberry. Cheers to you.
Yeah. I don't have any more.
And Sissy said, I used them on my Golden Shepherd for years.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Yep. That's what I said. My sister uses it on her.
Heather said, waiting for Rodney's comment. We saw Rodney a bit pop in.
I know.
But he probably realized that we might be too
already
drunk to read
and
his-
he's like,
question.
no.
He's
I'm
like,
not
I'm
gonna
step aside.
Not gonna do it.
Step
not
aside.
gonna do
Step
it.
aside.
Okay.
Oh, Peter said I gave Allie a little red wine tonight.
Me and Peter have been talking about. that.
We're excited to.
I hope it was handpicked and definitely organic. Because
All right,
you
y'all,
never know.
We're gonna wrap it up and go to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna play with my
Very
hair,
shortly.
chin hair.
It's a chin hair. There we go.
Chin hair.
We love you guys for joining us.
We love you guys
You
so
guys
much.
make
Mwah.
our whole day.
You
every time.
entirely make our lives.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Not our Facebook lives, our lives. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
our whole lives.
You guys are such beautiful people, and I love how much you love your babies, and I love that you guys join us. So,
And
hopefully we'll
if
see
you
on
have
Sunday.
not yet joined us, we have. If you have not yet,
Dana.
if you have not yet figured out the whatever, if
What
you
are
have,
you trying to say?
I am drunk. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think your liver is
if you
like,
haven't-
screw you. I am done with this.
If you haven't yet, we have. I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
I don't know either.
Follow our podcast, guys.
We launched a podcast
we
yesterday.
just launched a podcast
For today.
It is on Apple. It is on Spotify. It is on Anchor. We have it on live on YouTube if you want to watch us in our closet. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I have this all written down.
Tiffany said, now we're at the I love you man stage. Nailed it. We love you.
Okay.
We love you guys so much.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, bye guys. Mwah.
Oh, we love you so much. We'll see you guys hopefully on Sunday.
Sissy, to the moon and back.
We love you, Tom. Give
So
Tom
much.
our love too.
Yes. Mwah.
Hopefully we'll see you guys Sunday.
Bye.
Good night, y'all.